When most of us think about making money on Instagram, we imagine celebrity-level influencers with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers, who get paid by brands to post about their products. I used to think that in order to make any money off Instagram, I would have to have at least 100,000 followers. But through talking to other creators and experimenting myself, I've learned that there are actually a lot of unexpected ways to make money on Instagram that beginners don't consider. This is how small Instagram accounts are actually making money on Instagram. By the way, this video is sponsored by Skillshare, but more on that later in the video. When people think about making money on Instagram, usually the first thing that comes to mind is brand deals. But brand deals are only for really big influencers, right? Well, not necessarily. Over the past couple years, a new category of online creator has emerged: the micro-influencer. This article from Forbes defines a micro-influencer as a creator with a following somewhere between 10,000 and 500,000 followers. More specifically though, micro-influencers are known for their very high engagement rate and their pretty specific niche, which gives them access to a particular kind of audience that advertisers might be trying to target. That same Forbes article also claimed that brands will find the best ROI from hiring a group of micro-influencers for a campaign rather than depending on one large influencer. According to a website called Impact, influencers with 1,000 followers generated 85% higher engagement than those having 100,000 followers. And as the number of followers increases, the engagement rate tends to decrease. This is something that we have all pretty much observed with our own accounts and with the accounts of people we follow. I myself have some, though admittedly limited, experience with doing brand deals on Instagram. The majority of the brands that I work with want me to make a YouTube video, which makes sense because I have more subscribers than I have Instagram followers. So because of my limited experience with Instagram brand deals specifically, I wanted to reach out to some other micro-influencers that have a little bit more experience with working with brands to see what it's really like. The first person that I reached out to is my friend Miriam, who is a lifestyle content creator and an actor, and I thought that her perspective was super fascinating. So this is the email she wrote to me. The most I was ever paid was $800, and that was for a brand shoot. I definitely priced too low and would never do that again. However, I was developing a relationship with the brand influencer manager, and I thought if I overcharged, I wouldn't get it. That's a huge problem that a lot of us have, but Black people and people of color especially. Generally, the influencer collab networks have set rates that you can't negotiate. I've gotten paid $150 to $300 for a single Instagram static post, and around $175 for a static Instagram post and story with swipe up. Those numbers are too low, which is why I haven't worked on a sponsored post for a little over a year. The fact that I can't negotiate is a problem. Sometimes the deliverables are a lot, and factors such as exclusivity, usage, and boosting should be considered when setting rates. I think a lot of micro-influencers are intimidated by negotiation because by nature, they're just getting started. They don't have a huge audience that they can use to kind of make themselves feel confident or have leverage in the negotiations. So it can feel really scary to try to ask for more, especially if you feel like that's going to mean you don't have a chance to work with them in the future. I also asked my friend Alyssa what her experience with this was.
Hi, my name is Alyssa, and my Instagram handle is @AlyssaCDavis. My most recent brand collaboration was with a female-owned jewelry business. The nitty-gritty of it is that I received somewhere between $150 and $200 worth of beautiful free product that I will be rocking very frequently in the future. And I also received a commission code of 30% to share with my followers. And based on this code, I made just under $50.
I also asked my fellow Canadian Aisha what her experience has been with brand deals.
Hi, this is Aisha Azim. I currently have a community of 15,000 followers on Instagram. So my first campaign was with a tea brand, and it was when I had 1,500 followers. I just signed up at a network, I applied for it, and I got selected for it. So they sent me the product, and I had to design the content accordingly as per the brief that they gave me. The compensation for that was $50 Canadian dollars.
Finally, I jumped on a call with Lexi, who is a digital marketing expert, and she actually has experience from the other side of the equation, working for a brand that wanted to hire micro-influencers for a campaign, and this is what she had to say.
I'm Lexi Bennett, and I'm a digital marketer for small e-commerce online businesses.
So I'm just curious, for somebody that's in, like, let's say 10,000 to like 50,000 or something followers, what would they get paid for a post? Maybe that's too big of a range. I don't know.
For us, it depended entirely on the product and how engaged that influencer's audience was. So we didn't have a set price that we gave for different influencers. It always came down to how much do we think we can sell a product through that influencer, and we worked backwards on that math. So if we thought, okay, if we give someone a swipe up link or a custom code, or we pay them to post something on the feed, are we going to get 6 sales, 24 sales? And that tells us our budget of how much we can pay the influencer.
I feel like the affiliate commission sort of model is sort of the solution to the concern about return on investment, because you know that you're getting the return. So would you say that's kind of the more common model then for smaller or micro influencers, is just doing commission based rather than a flat fee?
Yeah, I think especially if it's your first time partnering with the brand and you can't really predict what's going to happen, having some sort of commission basis is the best system.
Why would a brand choose someone with let's say 10K followers over somebody with 100K?
Yeah, so we've worked with influencers anywhere from 2,000 to 1 million followers. So we've kind of tested out the whole range. And we definitely prefer working with micro influencers under 50,000 followers. We just exclusively do that. And that's because we find that micro influencers have better engagement rates and come across way more authentic than large accounts.
What I was curious to find out is how much money there actually is in doing brand deals on Instagram when you have less than 100K followers. While the paychecks are definitely not going to be as big for micro influencers as it would be for someone like, say, Kylie Jenner, I was pretty impressed actually by how much money you can make for posting to your micro audience on Instagram. That being said, there's obviously a huge range, which is why I think it's so important to have conversations like this. It's likely not going to pay your rent, but it is a really great way to get started and start making some money off of the content that you're making for free online. Another common way for small creators to make money on Instagram is by releasing digital products. Selling digital products is a business strategy that is accessible to you no matter how many followers you have. Unlike with brand deals, you don't have to convince any brand that your audience is worthwhile paying for. You can just decide to start selling your knowledge or something that you've created. Presets, ebooks, worksheets, templates, courses, and more are all examples of profitable digital product ideas. The most obvious way to do this is just by simply creating the digital product, adding the link to your bio, and then talking about it in your Instagram content. But if you really want to be effective and generate a sustainable income with your digital products, then there are other marketing strategies that you can pair with your Instagram content that will help you make even more revenue from your products. Specifically, email marketing can be huge when it comes to generating more revenue with digital products and an Instagram audience, especially if what you're trying to sell is a higher price point, like a course, for instance. When it comes to stuff like presets or even inexpensive ebooks, people might be convinced to purchase just from seeing a couple Instagram stories. But if you're trying to sell like $100 or more course, then you might need to reach out to people in a more consistent way in order to establish the trust that's required to sell your product. My personal strategy for this is using ConvertKit, which is an email marketing platform. It allows you to automate everything, which is really cool. So you can kind of set it up once and then have many subscribers go down the same journey. The best way to get your Instagram followers onto your email list is by offering some kind of free download that people are willing to offer their email address in exchange for. In the biz, we call this a lead magnet. So I have many lead magnets that allow people to find their way onto my email list, but probably my best example is my free email course called The Perfect Post, which takes you through a week of lessons on Instagram strategy. After people go through the perfect post, they're then added to my general email list and they'll receive emails every week, maybe sometimes twice a week, from me about my content and every so often one of my paid offers. This allows me to build a deeper connection with them than I could on Instagram, and it also allows me to just give them more value as well as every so often sell something that I think would also be valuable to them. So I'm sure you can see how this might be more effective than just an Instagram post. In fact, many studies have shown that conversion rates in email marketing are much higher than on social media, such as Instagram. In order to make the most out of my email marketing to ensure that I get the highest return on investment possible, I like to use this app called Vidyard. Vidyard is a free Chrome extension that lets you record videos and seamlessly attach them to your email newsletters. I have found that my conversion rate, i.e. the percentage of subscribers who actually click the links in my email newsletters, increases a lot when I include a video. It's a great way to add value to your email list. So for instance, I make these videos for YouTube, which is a value add to my YouTube audience, but when I have something extra to share, I can make a video that's exclusive to my email list. It's talking about new trends on Instagram or social media marketing strategy, and they'll receive that directly to their inbox, and all of the video stuff is hosted with Vidyard. Plus, it's really easy to attach. You can just copy and paste a little animated thumbnail plus a link, which makes it very enticing and clickable to your email readers. If you're thinking about creating an email list in order to convert Instagram followers into digital product customers, then using Vidyard and ConvertKit is a really great way to do it, because you'll be able to establish that personal connection, add value, and then sell your digital products to the people that need them. If you want to try out Vidyard for free, then check out the link in my description. This is an affiliate link, so I would receive a small commission if you eventually sign up for the premium version of Vidyard, but there's definitely lots of great free features as well that you should check out and try with your email marketing. All of these email marketing strategies can dramatically increase your revenue from digital products as compared to just selling them on Instagram, but it's definitely not a necessity. If you are just getting started as a micro influencer and you want to find a way to monetize your audience, all you really need to do is set up some kind of digital store, whether it's on a Squarespace website or a Shopify store, whatever. Find some way that you could exchange automatically a digital file with a payment. Adding that link to your bio is really all you need to do to get started, but if you want to increase your revenue or do it in a more effective way, then definitely check out these email marketing strategies. My final and probably easiest way of monetizing your Instagram audience when you're still a small account is by selling your skills or services. This is the easiest because it doesn't require you to set up a complicated online store with technical payment methods or any of that. Really, all you need to do to get started is have a list of services that you can provide and a PayPal account. If you can effectively describe your services in an Instagram story highlight or something like that, and then when people approach you about receiving those services, you can just give them your PayPal email address to receive payment. So it's a really low barrier to entry. You can get started right away doing this. So for instance, artists can do this. If you are already doing illustrations, people can commission you to do custom illustrations for them, maybe a portrait of them or their family, and you can create that illustration and send it to them via email, and then simply receive payment via PayPal or whatever other system you want to use, Venmo, whatever. Or if you're a coach of some variety, let's say you have some kind of expertise or knowledge that you want to provide to people, they could book a session with you just by chatting over DM. You can pick a time and you can send them a Zoom link, and then you could receive payment again by PayPal. If you're building an audience around a certain niche or demographic, then chances are that niche or demographic is in need of something, whether it is custom illustrations, coaching, whatever. This is a really great way that you can not only serve your audience, but also start to make some money off of your Instagram side hustle. If you're feeling like you're not really sure where to start or what kind of skill you might be able to offer your audience, then there's no better place to start figuring that out than Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning platform with thousands of classes for creative and curious people. Whether you want to learn more about social media, content creation, video editing, or photography, there will be a class on Skillshare for you. Maybe you want to be able to learn how to offer custom digital illustrations to your Instagram followers. Then Lacey Jordan's class called Digital Illustration for All would be the perfect way to learn. Unlike pricey in-person workshops, Skillshare offers an affordable way for learning new creative skills. The first 1,000 people to click the link in my description will get 2 months free of a Skillshare premium membership. And after that, an annual membership works out to just about $10 a month. Join Skillshare today to learn a new creative skill that you might be able to monetize. All right, so we know that there are several different ways that a micro influencer or a small Instagram account is able to monetize their audience, but how much money are they actually making? Are we actually making from Instagram? So it depends a lot on how you count it, because for many of us, Instagram is not going to be the only place where we're marketing these services, skills, digital products to our audience. So for many people, Instagram was just one of many marketing tools, not necessarily a revenue stream on its own. With other social media platforms like YouTube in particular, it's pretty obvious to draw a line between YouTube videos and AdSense revenue, or even YouTube videos and brand deals. And the same would be true for brand deals on Instagram. Like if you make $200 from an Instagram post, then you made that money from Instagram. However, when it comes to the digital products, the skills and services, if you have any other platforms where you are marketing those services or products, then it's not going to be exactly clear that that was money that you made from Instagram. So because of that, it's hard to draw a clear conclusion of this is the exact dollar amount that you can make from a following of, let's say, 10,000 people on Instagram. However, through my research and through my own experience, I've learned that people with, 10,000 to 20,000 followers on Instagram can definitely make a sustainable income from that audience through all the different ways of monetizing it. It goes to show that the principle of 1,000 true fans is definitely true. You don't need a massive audience in order to create a sustainable business. You just need a small, engaged audience that really cares about what you're doing and what you have to offer. As you start to grow on Instagram and you consider starting to do brand deals, it's important that you know which brand deals are legit and which brand deals are kind of scammy. I actually made a whole YouTube video about this very, very common Instagram scam where companies seek out brand ambassadors but actually end up just turning them into customers. So if you're thinking about getting into the world of brand deals with your small Instagram account, then I highly encourage you to watch this so that you don't end up falling for this scam. So go ahead and watch that video next, but also don't forget to sign up for Skillshare with the link in my description. You're going to get 2 months free, so why not sign up? And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!